Whether you're a friend or fiend of Faraday Future, the fact is, it has secured over 11,000 non-binding pre-orders for its FX Super One. It has finalized its U.S. production assembly plan for the vehicle and begun component supply. FF has also expanded its network with partnership agreements for pre-orders with Ariana Motors and a peer-to-peer EV sharing platform. Most recently, the launch of the FX Super One in the UAE generated over 200 pre-orders within 48 hours. However, FF did report an increase in operational losses, reaching over $200 million in Q3 compared to the previous year. At the same time, operating cash outflows also rose, reflecting higher investments in product development and strategy. Total liabilities increased, and the company faces potential tariff impacts on costs, particularly with Chinese-made EVs. To address concerns about tariffs, FF noted that the impact would remain manageable and that it is focusing on U.S.-based production. Faraday Future also made strides with the adoption of the North American Charging System, NACS, for its future vehicles, granting them access to Tesla's supercharger network. This move significantly improves the charging infrastructure for FX Super One drivers across key regions, including North America, Japan, and South Korea. The company announced plans to integrate the NACS system into future models, enhancing convenience and charging speed. The Middle East launch strategy centers around strong partnerships and government support, with Faraday Future anticipating a growing presence in the region, particularly in the UAE. Especially since during the FX Super One's launch in the UAE, FF featured the introduction of a dual payment option for customers, including cryptocurrency in addition to local currencies. It also announced a partnership with RAK Motors to manage the sales and after-sales service of the FX Super One in the UAE. Indeed, the UAE is becoming a key market for its future growth, with plans for additional production and R&D facilities in the region, making the Middle East a kind of springboard for further expansion into Europe, Africa, and other markets. Meanwhile, the U.S.-based commercial EV company Workhorse is reminding shareholders to vote for the proposed merger with Motiv Electric Trucks and other key proposals ahead of its adjourned 2025 annual meeting on November 25th. Shareholders of record as of September 18, 2025, are eligible to vote, and Workhorse has extended the deadline to ensure quorum. Voting for the Motiv transaction is crucial for closing the merger, which promises to position the company as a leader in the medium-duty EV market. So far, votes have been strongly in favor of the proposals, but further participation is necessary to complete the process. The merger with Motiv is seen as pivotal for Workhorse's long-term success, offering potential growth and a significant ownership stake in the combined entity. If successful, Workhorse would be looking to finalize its merger with Motiv in Q4 2025. Failure to approve all proposals could risk Workhorse continuing as a standalone company, possibly requiring restructuring, which could devalue shareholder investments. In its third quarter results, Workhorse reported revenues of $2.4 million, slightly down from $2.5 million in Q3 2024, primarily due to fewer truck deliveries. Operating costs increased, particularly in sales and administrative expenses, partly due to costs related to the merger. However, R&D expenses decreased, which may signal lower investment in innovation. It also reported a net loss of $7.8 million, an improvement from last year's loss of $25.1 million. One highlight Workhorse emphasizes is the continued strong performance of its W56 electric step vans, with over 40 vehicles now operating in customer fleets, demonstrating high reliability and low operational costs. Workhorse also introduced the Utilimaster Aeromaster body for its W56 vans, expanding the product's flexibility and appeal. As for cash position, it improved with $38.2 million in cash and cash equivalents at the end of the last quarter, up from $4.6 million in the previous year. Workhorse is also benefiting from a $25 million funding injection from Motiv's investor, which will help support operations in the merger process. When looking at what's up with XTI Aerospace, it recently revealed that its 2025 annual meeting of stockholders has been postponed from November 14, 2025 to December 30, 2025 at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. Despite the date change, the record date for voting remains unchanged as September 17, 2025. XTI plans to file updated proxy materials with the SEC and mail them to stockholders who are entitled to vote at the postponed meeting. In another major announcement, XTI completed the acquisition of Drone Nerds, a leading U.S. distributor of drones with over $100 million in revenue for 2024. The acquisition, valued at approximately $40 million, strengthens XTI's position in the unmanned aircraft systems UAS market. The deal includes $20 million in cash, $11.9 million in promissory notes, and $9.7 million in equity consideration. This acquisition brings Drone Nerds expertise in systems design, hardware, software, and enterprise drone solutions to XTI, providing a solid foundation for expanding its operations and recurring revenue base. Alongside the acquisition, XTI closed a $25 million private placement investment by Unusual Machines, Inc., UMAC, a partner in the drone industry. UMAC's investment was made through the purchase of Series 10 convertible preferred stock, which can be converted into XTI common stock upon shareholder approval. Moreover, XTI began a new collaboration with Valkyrie Sciences to develop the Vanguard platform, a system designed to enhance the capabilities of XTI's TriFan 600. Valkyrie, known for its work in AI, composite materials, and smart systems, will integrate its expertise into the TriFan 600 program. This partnership will leverage AI-driven systems and cutting-edge materials to streamline aircraft development, making the TriFan 600 more efficient and advanced in both commercial and defense applications. As for AI outside of America, Guardforce AI announced the upcoming rollout of its AI agent platform and robotics-as-a-service operations in Thailand. Its Intelligent Cloud Platform, ICP, will power this integration, coordinating AI agents and robotic solutions in various sectors, particularly tourism and event management. Guardforce AI's robotics-as-a-service solution, Wishnote, which focuses on weddings and events, has already contracted nearly 100 events. It provides an interactive platform that engages guests, collects digital messages, and shares live content, all while enhancing the performance of the company's newly launched AI Travel Assistant, DVGO. This ecosystem facilitates real-time data exchange and adaptive learning, creating a seamless experience for users. Now, DVGO is NBeta 2.0, which improves upon the initial release by offering intelligent recommendations, interpreting implicit travel preferences, and dynamically adjusting itineraries, thus significantly reducing the time needed to plan travel. Guardforce AI has also launched an ambassador program to recruit 50 travel advisors as early adopters, enabling further refinement of the platform. For the first half of 2025, Guardforce AI reported positive progress in its AI-first transformation strategy, in no small part thanks to DVGO receiving strong early feedback. Revenue from Guardforce Digital Machines, GDM, grew by 18.1%, reflecting increased adoption in Thailand's banking and retail sectors. Additionally, the company has expanded its smart retail solutions with AI-driven video analytics to optimize store layouts and improve customer engagement. Despite the growth in revenue, Guardforce AI reported a slight decrease in gross profit, primarily due to higher costs outpacing revenue growth. Nonetheless, it remains committed to its AI initiatives and continues to invest heavily in research and development for long-term growth in the AI and robotics sectors. For more on stocks and crypto, follow Ascencore. See you next time.